Welcome back. Yes, good enough is just passable. Well, David, we talk a lot about the weather. You know, it's the sort of thing that if you're having a chat with somebody, you have a talk about things to do with the weather. But that actually has changed the language in many ways. We have a lot of interesting terms that relate to the weather.
We do. We have several regional or parochial variations on the weather, and in particular, the wind. Because if you consider Perth has the Fremantle Doctor, which is that cooling southwest sea breeze that comes in, called the Doctor because it's the remedy to a hot day. And Sydney, of course, has the Southerly Buster, which is that raucous wind that comes from the south, usually after a hot day, brings relief, but also a bit of carnage. In the 1800s, that same wind was once called the Brickfielder, due to the wind raking over the brickfields of Surrey Hills, which is the sort of inner Sydney suburb.
Now, I grew up in Adelaide, and I'm sure I heard the Brickfielder mentioned as a wind there.
You would have, and in fact, in Adelaide, that name still exists because it's a wind that comes in from the centre and blows a lot of the grit and dust from the red centre onto Adelaide. And in fact, you think about every other region of Australia. There's in Darwin, they have the build-up and the big wet. In Melbourne, they have 4 seasons in one day.
I think in Queensland, don't they claim beautiful one day, perfect the next?
That's exactly right. In Hobart, where I do a lot of bushwalking, they do say if it's not raining, just wait 15 minutes. As for Canberra, I don't know. Maybe it's the politicians who are in charge of the weather there, but that almost needs a nickname. But amazing. Across the map, almost a different aspect on the wind or on weather.
And we've always got something to talk about.
We always do.
We always have. Thank you, David. Let's have a look at our scores. Peter's on 5. Simon's on 14. We're heading for more letters. And Peter, you to choose them, please.
Okay, thanks. Could I have a vowel, please, Lily?
Thank you, Peter. O.
And another vowel?
E.
And a consonant?
D.
And another consonant?
S.
And a vowel, please?
A.
And another vowel?
Another O.
And a consonant?
B.
And another consonant?
T.
And another consonant.
And last letter, R.
I'll start the clock. Well, Peter, how did you like that mix?
I think I've got a 7.
7. Okay, that sounds good. Simon?
7 for me also.
Let's start with yours.
Boasted.
And yours, Peter?
Roboted.
Roboted. Ooh, that's a bit of a risky one.
Risky, all right. I think you're on the rocky road here.
I think so.
A chocolate maker. Let's have a look. Robot, which we got from the Czech language, that play, and robot needs to be a verb, and unfortunately, Peter, it is not. So roboted, no good. Boasted is a reason to boast. Boosted is another 7, but the 8 that is in there is broadest, B-R-O-A-D-E-S-T.
Nice work. Bad luck, Peter. Well done to Simon, 7 points. Let's have a few more letters, and Simon, what would you like this time?
We'll start with a consonant, as always, Lily.
Lovely. T.
And another consonant, please.
W.
And another consonant, thank you.
R.
And a vowel.
I.
And another vowel, thank you.
A.
And a vowel.
Another I.
And a consonant.
G.
And a consonant.
N.
And a vowel to finish, thank you.
And last letter, E.
Thanks, Lily. Here's the clock. Well, Simon, have you got over the G allergy yet?
No, it haunts me.
Oh, it haunts you.
it haunts
Well, what do you think? What did you make of
Oh,
that
I'm
mix?
using it now, so that's a 7.
7 for you. Excellent. With a G in there somewhere, we hope. Peter,
6 for me.
6 for you. Let's start there.
Triage.
Triage. Good medical term. Simon?
My wife had to do it. Migrate.
Migrate. Excellent.
See, you're making G your friend. I advise you to do that. Don't be scared of G. G is actually a very handy letter, particularly when that E came along, which was like the southerly buster, did bring relief. There were several 7s suddenly. Migrate was one, ragtime, wartime, and so on. So that E really was the relief we needed.
Lovely work. So lots of 7s on offer there, and Simon got one of them for 7 points. Time for the numbers again now. And Peter, this is the time when that chocolate bribery actually could be really useful, because Lily has some mixes that she really likes, some that she doesn't like so much, so choose carefully.
It hasn't helped me so far, so we'll go with 5 small and 1 large. Thanks, Lily.
Thanks, Peter. That's 5 small and 1 large. And our numbers: 7, 10, 6, 1, 2. The large number is 100. And the target to reach is 874.
Thank you, Lily. Let's head there now. Well, Peter, how close did you get?
870.
870, just 4 off. That's nice work. Simon?
883.
883, so you're quite a bit further away. So, Peter, can you take us through your approach?
Sure. 6 plus 2 is 8
6 plus 2 is 8.
times 100.
By 100 is 800.
Yep. Plus 7 times 10.
Plus
Is
7
870.
times 10, which is 70.
Yep. Plus that's 870.
870. Well done.
So, just 4 away from the target. Well done, Peter. Did you get there, Lily? And was this a tough one?
It was a tough one. I managed to get there in the end. Now, 100 plus 10 by 7 plus 1 is 880. Minus the 6 is 874.
Very elegant solution. Nicely done. But well done to Peter. He scored 7 points. That means he's now on 12. Simon's on 28. As we head for another break, another word mix for you. This one is acing due. And the clue? Advice from a bloke. See you in a moment.